Hello friends, it's me, Ashley, and I am back today to show you, I thought I would do a little tutorial on a cut crease. So I recently did a makeup look that was a cut crease. It was done in black and gold. It was really pretty. I got lots of compliments and feedback on it, people asking how to do it. So I thought I would do a little tutorial on how I did that cut crease. So that one was black and gold. This one I'm going to do a little bit more, I guess, subtle, if you want to use that word. We're going to do pink and some lighter colors, obviously. So anyways, I've already done my eyebrows and I've carved them out and did my primer. So now we're going to go ahead and we're just going to jump right into it with this cut crease tutorial. Okay, so when you cut a crease, you want to cut your crease. You want to have a dark color as your main color for the cut crease. And then you transition out, or you feather it up, or ombre, whichever way you prefer to use the term. And it goes lighter up. And then you have light color down here on the lid. That's the point of a cut crease. But your cut has to be dark, your darkest color, obviously. So, and one other thing I want to point out is I have hooded eye, which means I have a little bit more of a skin that kind of, it kind of flaps over a little, not too bad. There's, you know, it's okay. It's manageable. But doing a cut crease with a hooded eye can be a little bit more challenging. So when you do a cut crease with hooded eye, you have to take your crease, you have to draw your crease up higher. So that means that, like, right here is my natural crease, but when I open my eye, because of this hood right here, it's not going to appear that I have a cut crease. It's actually going to kind of just blend in together. We don't want that, because the whole point of a cut crease is that it's cut sharp, right? So you have to draw your own cut, your own crease, and you have to take it up higher than your natural crease of your eyelid, okay? So I'm going to show you how to do that. It's just a little more challenging. So I've got to use, to achieve the look I'm going to go with today, I've got to use a couple different palettes. But I'm going to start out with this Vivid palette from Pharmacy. And I'm going to use this shade right here. It's called Berry Exquisite. It's a dark pink, so it'll make a good color for our cut crease. And I'm also using an angled, skinny angled brush, and I'm just going to start by drawing my crease in. Okay, so I got to take this up. So if you look straight into like your mirror, and you can see where it is, where your crease is, and then you just want to go kind of follow it, but go up. Okay, don't look down, because if you look down, your eye is more extended. So if you look up into your mirror, you'll have a better idea of how far to take it up because of the crease. Okay, so see that right there? And it's okay if you get a little messy or sloppy, because we're going to clean things up. We're going to make this crease. We have to do a lot of blending, but we're going to make it, you know, sharp when we cut it. This is basically just our outline. Okay, so now we need to buff out those harsh lines. So what I'm going to do is I've got just kind of a smaller, it's not real small, but it's small enough, and it's just a blending brush, and I'm just going to tap a little bit of the pink color onto that, and I'm going to start just by kind of blending out blending out the harsh lines. Okay, so see how that blended out that, and that looks much better. You just want to make sure that you don't have any harsh lines and that you blend out from, you know, your from the crease up to your eyebrow, that's all blended. Okay, so here's what our cut crease looks like after we've blended everything out. Now we're ready to go on to the next step. Okay, so next we want to take a little bit, a different fluffy brush, so brush that's clean, and we want to add in some pigment color up here to kind of blend in that shade and kind of feather that out. So this is the Wanderlust palette, and to stick with my color scheme, there's a color in here, it's called Noble, and it's kind of a mauve-y, I don't know, kind of a pinkish mauve color. So I thought it would be a good transition shade. So I'm just going to get a little bit of shadow on this fluffy brush. And then I'm just going to take this along this crease that I've made here. And I'm going to start going back and forth in windshield wiper motions, and then do a little bit of circular motion. And I'm just going to keep going back and forth and do some circular motions to kind of start blending out that the dark pink color and blending in my newer lighter shade, and just kind of feather that out so it looks softened. Okay, so see the difference of that with this one. Okay, so now we're going to take some micellar water and a Q-tip, and we're going to clean up our cut crease and make it more sharp. Okay, so I've got micellar water on my Q-tip, and I'm just going to clean all this up right here. This also will make your cut crease sharper. Okay, so see how I got that cleaned up? Okay, so I've got all that cleaned up. You can still see it's got a little bit of the dark. We can always go back and intensify that a little more too once we get our concealer on, which is going to be our next step. We're going to go ahead and cut that crease with some concealer. Okay, so I've got my concealer. I've got a flat brush that I can have a lot of control over. And now I'm just going to go back and start filling that in. Should have a little bit of a guide to go by, because we cleaned that up and cut it with my micellar water. Okay, so see how that is now? We've got that nice formed cut crease. I'm just going to kind of tap into that right there. So when I open my eye, I want to make sure that it's all, you know, perfectly rounded, and that the cut of that is a nice shape. So now I'm going to go over and do this other side. Okay, so we're going to make this cut crease a little fancy. And now our next step is we're going to draw a wing. But I'm going to use eyeshadow. I'm going to do an eyeshadow wing instead of a liner wing. So I got my skinny little brush again, my dark pink. And I'm just going to draw my wing out like this. And then I'm going to fill it in and take it across my lid like a line, like liner. And since I have hooded eye, I have to draw my wing kind of out and thick because of the hood. See, like that. Okay, so now we can go in and we can fill in our lid part with our lighted color. And I'm going to use this. This is called Pop of Light, and it's a liquid eyeshadow from Pharmacy. So I'm just going to fill it in now. If you get worried about this little applicator being too like thick, like you can use like a smaller angled brush, which is what I'm going to do because it did get a little bit onto my crease there. So let me find the right brush so that I can fix this. Okay, so here's my cut crease, but I'm going to go back. I want to intensify my pink on the top of the crease. So I'm going to go back in with my angled brush, a little bit of the dark pink shadow, and I'm just going to kind of go along. You don't want to do it too heavy-handed because we don't want to, like if we get too heavy-handed, then we'd have to go back in and blend again. And then it would, you know, you run the risk of messing up the other part that we just did. Okay, so just like that. So it's very light-handed, basically barely touching the eyelid to get the color on there, but just kind of straightening up that cut crease area. So now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to finish this side. Okay, so this is the part where I stop on my eyes and I start my face. So I do my primer, my foundation, my highlight contour, blush, everything like that. And I'll get all that done. And then I go back and I finish my under eye, my lashes, and mascara, lashes, all that. Okay, so I'm going to do all that. I'm going to speed it up. I will show you the products that I'm using as I use them, but I am going to speed up the video so it doesn't take too long. Okay, this is the VFX Pro Camera Ready primer, the Primer Strobe Cream Primer from Pharmacy. This is the VFX CC Cream. It is the color corrector cream. It's green because green balances red. So if you have any red skin tones, you want to give yourself more coverage in covering those. A green color corrector will cover your redness from your skin. For foundation, I'm using CC Cream. This is also Pharmacy. This is in the color Medium 03. I like the lightweight, but the full coverage that CC Cream gives me, so I use it as foundation a lot. For my contour, my highlight contour, I'm going to use a liquid concealer. This is the VFX concealer. This concealer is the Plumping Agent concealer, but this is in the color 09, and I use this to actually do my contour. For highlight, I'm using the same VFX Pro Concealer that has the plumping agent in it, but this is in the shade 00, so it's the lightest shade, which is good for highlighting. So now I like to set my liquid and cream products with powders. So this is the Peach Bite palette from Pharmacy, and it has two shades. It has a bronzer or a contour color, a highlight, and a peachy color that can be used as bronzer or contour or blush. So now I'm going to go in with the pressed powder. It is a just a pressed, it's called Face Perfecting Pressed Powder, and it's in the Cool Light shade. And I'm going to put that in the areas where I did the light concealer. Okay, this is a 3-in-1 face palette. It has a contour also, and a blush, and a highlight. So I'm going to use this as my blush, and then I'm going to use this for some highlight. Okay, so now we are going to finish up the under eye. So I'm just going to take, this is kind of a pointed pencil brush, and I'm just going to take it, dip it into a little bit of that pink color, and I'm just going to kind of drag this across my lash line. Okay, so I want the bottom lash line to be a little smoked out. So I'm going to take another pencil brush, and this is a little bit bigger pencil brush, but I'm going to use that color that we use to transition our crease, and that color Noble. And I'm going to use it to smoke out, basically blend out or smoke out this pink color. So we're not using any eyeliners. We just used our eye shadows. Okay, next up is mascara and lashes. Okay, so now we are coming to the end of this makeup look and this makeup tutorial. And since I have kind of went bold with the eyes, the cut crease, I thought I would tone it down with a nude lip color. So I'm going to wear my favorite lip color. This is called Cool Beige, and it is a matte liquid lipstick. It's from Pharmacy. It's long lasting. It doesn't come off. It lasts all day long. You can eat and drink with it, all that good stuff. It's my favorite lipstick. It dries fast, but it doesn't dry your lips out. There's multiple shades of this type of lipstick from Pharmacy, and I have them all because I love them. Anyways, I'm going to use number 203 lip liner. So let me do my lips. Okay, so I did not like that lip color. I thought it was actually too pale. So I went back and I went over it with a different color. This is actually, it's a matte liquid lipstick just the same, but it is number 01 and it's called Mauve Pink, which I think it brought just the right amount of color, but I did go over with an opaque lip gloss. So all of the products I use today are Pharmacy. So it's a full Pharmacy face other than the lashes. The lashes are not Pharmacy. But anyways, I am done with the look. I added my hair. So let me just tell you, I am trying to grow out a pixie haircut. I've had a pixie for a long time and I'm over it, want something different, want some longer hair. So I'm trying to grow it out. If you've ever grown out a pixie, it is extremely, it's annoying. And I am not a very patient person, so I get very frustrated and then I want to get it cut because growing out the awkward stage is really hard. So I grow out my hair by wearing wigs. So that is, I'm wearing a wig to get past that grow out stage. Once it gets long enough, I'm going to have it go back to blonde and probably put in some extensions to finish growing it out. But anyways, here we are. Got the hair on. Makeup's done. Let me know what you think about this look. Thanks for watching. I appreciate the support. Give me a, be sure to hit that follow and subscribe button. Give it a thumbs up. I'll list all the products I used in the comments below. Be sure to also follow me on all my social media outlets. And I'll see you again soon. Love you. Mwah. Thank you.